On December 11, 1978, at 3 a.m., a group of masked and armed men stormed the Lufthansa cargo terminal at JFK International Airport in New York. Within just 64 minutes, they made off with nearly $30 million worth of cash and jewelry. The largest cash heist in US history at the time. No shots were fired, no one was killed, and yet this robbery would go down as one of the most notorious crimes ever committed. But who was behind it? And what happened to the stolen fortune? The man behind the Lufthansa heist was James the Irishman Burke, a notorious figure in the underworld. Despite not being Italian, he was closely tied to the Lucchese crime family. He was a master of organized crime, loan sharking, illegal gambling, smuggling, and even hijacking cargo trucks. Burke never left a paper trail and was known for eliminating anyone who posed a threat to his empire. Born in 1931 to an Irish mother in New York, Burke had a troubled childhood. Abandoned by his mother, he grew up in foster care, where he suffered years of abuse. By his teenage years, he was already involved in crime, learning the ruthless ways of the streets. Over the years, he built a reputation not just as a skilled criminal, but as someone feared by even the toughest gangsters. The Lufthansa heist was not a random act. It was meticulously planned. The idea came from a man named Louis Werner, a Lufthansa cargo supervisor with a massive gambling debt. Desperate for money, he leaked information about the cash shipments stored in the airport vault. Burke saw this as the perfect opportunity and assembled a team of professional thieves, enforcers, and getaway drivers. In the early hours of December 11, 1978, Burke's team arrived at JFK Airport in a stolen Ford van. Using an inside man, they gained access to the secure cargo area. The employees on duty were rounded up at gunpoint, threatened into silence, and forced to open the vault. The criminals moved quickly, loading the cash and jewelry into the van before disappearing into the night. At first, it seemed like the perfect crime. The police had no leads, no witnesses willing to talk. But Burke had one major problem: loose ends. Paranoia took over, and in the months following the heist, nearly everyone involved began to disappear. One by one, they were found dead, some shot, others never seen again. Even Burke's own son wasn't spared. It was clear Burke wanted to ensure that no one could ever connect him to the crime. Despite the mounting body count, law enforcement was still determined to crack the case. But they needed a break. That break came in 1980, when Henry Hill, one of Burke's close associates, turned informant. His testimony led to multiple convictions in organized crime, but ironically, not for the Lufthansa heist itself. To this day, no one has ever been convicted for the robbery. As for the money, it was never recovered. Some believe Burke stashed it away, only revealing the location to his family. Others think it was quickly laundered through the mob. Burke himself was eventually arrested for other crimes and spent the rest of his life behind bars. He died of cancer in 1996, taking the secret of the Lufthansa heist to his grave. The Lufthansa heist remains one of the greatest mysteries in American crime history. The stolen fortune vanished without a trace, and the masterminds behind it evaded justice. Was it the perfect crime? Or was it just another case of criminals eventually turning on each other? Either way, the legend of the Lufthansa heist lives on, forever etched in crime lore.